Hi, this is Learn with JD. I know it has been a long break, so I'll make sure that I'll make consistent videos from now. I had a little personal issue that I had to deal with, so let's continue. Today we're doing certain problems of logarithm, JEE level, and there is a one question which is an Olympiad level. Okay, so let's start with the first problem. So if you want, you can pause the screen and you can give it a try first. Yeah. So here if you observe, every log is to the base of 2. तो ये पूरा log to the base 2 का खेल चल रहा है, right? So let us first simplify and see if I see like this 12, it is 3 into 2 square. I'm making it into prime factors. So 48, so if that is the case, log 12 to the base 2 will be log 3 into 2 square to the base 2. Now you know log AB is equal to log A plus log B. ये तो पता है. So I'll split the both. So this I'll split it as. So this I expect you all that you already know this basic. Okay, like this. Now, what is the value of this? The value of 2. This value is 2. Because you can think like this also, कि this power will go to this side, like this. And what is log 2? Up to the base 2, 1. So this is log 3 to the base 2 plus 2. So you can write log 12 to the base 2 as this. Okay. तो ये हो गया. So I will just shift it this side. Now you can see what will be 48. So 48 is 16 threes are, right? So 16 threes are. So 16 is 2 raised to 4. So 2 raised to 4 into 3. Now log 48 to the base 2 and log 2 raised to 4 into 3 to the base 2. Again, as it log AB is equal to log A plus log B. So I can split like this. Yeah. So I've split it like that. This is how you will take log 48. Now 192, it's a pattern. So when you see a pattern, you think about the pattern. अभी यहाँ पे 4 है, यहाँ पे 16 है, so यहाँ पे शायद 32 हो सकता है. Okay, into 4, 32 नहीं, 32 is 64 ना, 64 into 3, yeah, 180, right? So see, this is 4, this is 16, and then again I multiply 4, I'll get 64. So I'm just guessing, and it is correct. 64 into 3, 64 3s are 192. And 64 is 2 raised to 6 into 3. So as now you can write this is log 2 to the base 2 raised to 6 to the base 2 plus log 3 to the base 2. And ye to kya, what is this? This is directly 6. So I can write 6 plus log 3 to the base 2. So now I have got these values. That is log 12 is this, log 3 plus log 2. And log 48 is 4 plus log 3, and log 192 is 6 plus log 3. So see, I have wrote all these 4 expressions in terms of log 3 to the base 2 basically. When I am saying log 3 means now the base is 2 for this entire question. So now I will do one thing, I will do a substitution. I will take t is equal to log 3 to the base 2. तो ये और भी आसान तरीके से हम ये कर सकते हैं. Okay, so now let us see how this equation or we want to find the value of y, right? And y is a natural number actually. So y is equal to, I'll just write the entire equation. Log 3, I will write it as t itself because now that is t. Now log 12, I can write it as 2 plus log 3. and log 3 I've taken it as t, so 2 plus t. And log 48 I can write it as 4 plus log 3, and 4 plus log 3 is t, ये तो t है, तो 4 plus t हो गया log 48. Okay, and log 192 is 6 plus log 3, and what is log 3? T. So 198 I can write it as, log 198 I can write it as 6 plus t. Minus log 12 we already done it, 2 plus t, and 48 is 4 plus t. Yeah, plus 10. So this is the entire expression. Now I'll just duplicate it so that I can start. Okay, so you can take this down till now, so that I'm going to have to erase little section. So ये वाला section मैं erase कर रहा हूँ, so that will be there, so that I get little bit space, you know. और ये root का part नहीं है. Now see, this becomes a biquadratic equation, and I want this is a quadratic equation, and I want y as a natural number. समझ रहे हो? Y is a natural number. So this biquadratic equation का square root should become a quadratic and should cancel with this, so that you get a natural number. तो बेसिकली ये जो biquadratic equation है, it should be a perfect square. Now we don't know how to solve biquadratic, so we'll always try to do in a simpler method, a faster method. Ab, see, if you observe this, if you multiply this, see, now I am telling you a trick. That is, you know, x plus a. I'm just give an example. This is for example. Okay, x plus a into x plus b will give you. So you see x into x, you will write x square, and the constant term will be ab, but the x term will be simply the sum of this, plus a plus b, plus a plus b. What is it? A plus b. Directly you can write a binomial multiplication like this. Okay, so now if I want to take t plus 6, abhi ye t plus 6 nahi, sorry, I am now multiplying these two first. Okay, the yellow highlighted portion I am multiplying first. So t plus 4 into t plus 2. So first thing, t square to pakka hai, t into t. Then the constant term will be 4 into 2, that will be 8. Now the t ka jo coefficient hai, that will be always what? The sum of these two. 4 plus 2, 6. So plus 6 bhi aayega. Now why am I taking that to? You will understand now. Now this and this, t into t plus 6, if I multiply, I will get t square plus 60. That is, I multiplied this, the remaining other two, I got this. Now in दोनों में quadratic में कुछ common है, हाँ, see, this is common. So I would prefer multiplying in this fashion, meaning ये दो multiply किया और फिर ये दो multiply किया. And that clue is also there बाहर, देख ये दो multiply करके रखा है. Okay, rather than if I multiply this, I will get t square plus 2t, and here if I multiply, I will get t square plus 10t plus 24, which there is no use. That is why, how did I understand? This plus this is what? 6 and 6, and obviously ये t है, so you will always get a 60 coefficient. You will get a 60 term. यहाँ पे भी you will get a t square plus 60 term. यहाँ पे also if you see, you will get a t square, only t square plus 60 term. So this is the logic. Okay, so the same thing I'll apply in the next page. तो मैं क्या कर रहा, मैंने क्या किया अभी, t square plus 60 plus 8. That is, I have multiplied these two. Now I am multiplying these two. So that I'll get it as t square plus 60. And here also you know it is t square plus 60 plus 8 plus 2. Okay. Now how much ever I can reduce the size, I will reduce the size. Now सोचो ये बात, t square plus 60, I'm taking it as a single block, single unit. So if I multiply t square plus 60 into again t square plus 60, I will get t square plus 60 ka whole square. I'm understanding. Understand that. I'm taking this as a single unit, I'm multiplying. So this into this, uska square. Then I'll multiply what? I'm just multiplying. It's it's normal way how it has to be multiplied. Okay. Then I'll multiply this with this, because basically I multiplied this with this, then I'm multiplying this with this. मैंने कुछ गलती किया क्या? हाँ, plus 16 है. That's what I was thinking, because I was not getting an equation which I wanted. Yeah. See, there is a plus 16 here. Yeah. ठीक है? ये YouTube का क्लास का वही प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं कुछ तो गलती करूँ तो ये कोई तो नहीं है बोलने वाला. Anyways, तो ये plus 16 मैंने यहाँ पे कर दिया, और फिर यहाँ पे भी एक plus 16 आएगा जो रूट के अंदर है. ठीक है? Now, so I have multiplied this into this, I wrote it this square. Now I am multiplying this entire term with 8. So 8 into t square plus 60 plus 16 हो गया, minus t square plus 60 plus 8 plus 10. Now one thing very important you have to understand is root of x square is mod x. अभी तुम लोगों का ना, अभी जो whoever has come just from 10th standard to 11th standard, so they will think, sir, x square is equal to 9. We used to write x is equal to plus or minus 3. Yes, very well, correct. This is right. But understand one fact. Square root of 9 is not plus or minus 3. It is always plus 3. It's a positive quantity. Okay? And whatever is inside square root term is also always positive, नहीं बोल सकते, non-zero. That is, it is greater than equal to 0. 0, root of 0 is also possible, and which the answer is 0. तो ये जो root of some term, root of y is equal to root of x, ये जो value है y का will always be a non-zero quantity. Non-zero means greater than equal to 0, because 0 is not exactly positive. It's called as non-negative. It's neither negative nor positive. तो नॉन पॉजिटिव के कैटेगरी में लिख सकते हैं. ओके, सॉरी, नॉन नेगेटिव के कैटेगरी में लिख सकते हैं. सॉरी, क्या है बोल रहा हूँ मैं. हाँ, नॉन नेगेटिव मीन्स नॉट पॉजिटिव. डोंट से नॉन नेगेटिव मीन्स सर पॉजिटिव है, नहीं. नॉन नेगेटिव मीन्स इट इज नॉट पॉजिटिव. 0 is also not positive, and all the positive numbers are also not negative. है ना? Meaning, see, listen, 0 is not negative and it's not positive. I am making some error. Now, positive numbers are also not negative. So, greater than equal to 0 will be always called as non-negative. Sorry. Non-negative. Meaning it is not negative. तो पॉजिटिव भी है, जीरो भी है. तो ऑलवेज अंडरस्टैंड, ये जो रूट ऑफ क्वांटिटीज जो आंसर मिल रहे हैं हमें नॉन नेगेटिव हमेशा मिलता है. ओके, एंड इनसाइड द स्क्वायर रूट ऑल्सो विल ऑलवेज बी अ नॉन नेगेटिव टर्म. Now I'll tell you how it is coming like that, because these two functions in 12th standard, if whoever is in 12th standard, they'll understand equal functions. When do you call two functions as equal? जब उसका डोमेन और रेंज सेम है. When its domain is same, and when for all the values in that particular domain, the range also comes out to be the same, then the functions are same. Okay, so this is just for a 12th standard students who is seeing it. I'm just seeing, but as of now, whoever is in 11th standard, they just understand the flow in the beginning. That's it. Okay, so I'll just give an example abhi to show that this is exactly equal. And what is mod x? I hope you know what is mod x. Mod x means for x greater than 0, if it is a positive value, you will get whatever is inside. जो भी अंदर है वही वैसे ही बाहर आएगा. Whatever is inside will come outside, x as it is. And if x is negative, whatever is inside, negative of that will come outside. तो minus x. Now ये जो equal है, equal to 0, you can put it anywhere. You can toss a coin and put it anywhere. मैं इधर डाल रहा हूँ, doesn't matter because 0 minus 0 and minus 0 plus 0 is going to give the same answer, 0. So this is mod x, and the mod x value is always positive. Like for example, if I say what is mod of 3, so you will check this. 3 तो positive है, तो whatever is inside it will come as it is. Okay. Now what is mod of minus 3? So you will check value inside. The अंदर का value negative है. अच्छा, when it is negative, what do you do? Negative of whatever is inside. So negative of what is inside? Minus 3. है कि नहीं? तो 3. So mod of 3 is also 3 and mod of minus 3 is also 3. So mod value, it will always give you a positive value. अंदर positive हो negative हो doesn't matter. It will give you a positive value. Okay? Is this clear? Okay. So now let us see. So this is the actual scene. So that's why when you say x square is equal to 9, and I take square root on both sides, root of x square is actually mod x, and root of 9 is actually 3. So mod x is equal to 3. Now just now I told you there are only two cases when mod x can be 3. मैंने अभी किया, just now I did. Mod 3 is also 3, but mod of minus 3 is also giving you the same answer 3. So if mod x is 3, then there are two possibilities. If mod x is 3, x can be 3 as well as x can be minus 3, and that is how you get x is equal to plus or minus 3. समझ रहे हो? तो रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर इज मॉड एक्स, इसीलिए वो प्लस और माइनस 3 आ रहा है. रूट 9 तो प्लस और माइनस 3 नहीं है, रूट 9 तो प्लस 3 है ही. ओके, नाउ so if I say in this function root x square is equal to mod x, I am putting 3. So let us put 3 into 3. What do you get? Root of 9 is equal to 3. This is the left hand side. Okay, and root of, and the right hand side is what? Mod of 3. And what is that? 3. This is right hand side. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay, so you put any positive value, not only 3, you put any positive value, वही आंसर आने वाला है. Okay, now let me take, because mod x का जो डोमेन है, it is all positive, and root of x square means x square का भी डोमेन क्या है? All positive. Why? Because even if you put a negative number, this value will become positive. So square root के अंदर तो you have to get a non-negative number. But x square will always give you a non-negative number, even if you put a negative number. Okay, it will always give you a positive value or 0. That's why I told you non-negative number देखा. तो दोनों का डोमेन रियल है. So you have to observe that कि if I take all the positive values, you're getting the same answer. Yes, I took an example 3. Now let us take an example minus 3. So minus 3 का square is what? Root 9 is equal to 3. And what is mod of minus 3? That I have told you using this example, I explained it just now. Mod of minus 3 is also 3. So see, left hand side is equal to right hand side. That means for the entire domain, that is from minus infinity, the left hand side is equal to right hand side. That means both functions are same. So root of x square, we will have to from now on always have a habit. Root of x square matlab mod x. Okay, I hope this portion is clear. I think most of your teachers might have told you this, but if none of you are going to any coaching center, this is how it is. And I'll try to upload certain by basic max logarithms and modulus ka, at least of basic wala. The pura theory I'll do. Okay, and remaining I'll just do problems only as of now. Okay, so let us come to this. So if I take this as a quantity, see ye, if I am taking it as a quantity, can you see that? So this is like z square. If I am taking that as z, I'm just giving an example to make your work easier. Okay, so if I am taking z as t square plus 60, तो ये z square plus 8z plus 16 है, ये वाला टर्म. ये तो perfect square है. See, these two are perfect squares. तो z and ये 4 square है. Okay, plus 2 into z into 4, and that is giving you 8z. See, 2ab term. तो ये तो 2ab term है. Correct, perfect 2ab term है. 8z. So this is a perfect square. And so can I write it as z plus 4 का whole square root? Yes, definitely. And I just told you now, root of x square is mod x. So root of z plus 4 whole square is mod z plus 4. And what is mod z? T square plus 6t plus 4. Mod. Now अंदर value positive है या negative है? That's all. See, if the inside value is positive, then you will return the value as it is. If the inside value is negative, then you will return negative of whatever is inside. उससे पहले I have to know if the value is positive or negative. है कि नहीं? So for that let us see. So I have to know what is the value? T square plus 6t plus 4. So t square plus 6t plus 4. Very important thing I am telling you now. Log a to the base b. It is always positive if both a and b are greater than 1. Meaning if it is both of them, a and b are greater than 1, or if both a and b are less than 1. If both a and b are greater than 1 simultaneously, same time, if both a and b are greater than 1 or both a and b are less than 1, then this value log a to the base b is going to be positive. But when it will be negative, log a to the base b will be negative when if either a is greater than 0, if a is greater than 0, b is less than 1. Sorry, if a is greater than 1, then b will be less than 1. Or if a is less than 1, then b will be greater than 1. This is very important. Calculus में भी हमको पता होना चाहिए कि which log of this base, this is positive or negative. इतना तो sign convention तो आना चाहिए. And this is the main thing. And when I upload my basic maths and log one day, that time I have explained this properly how it comes in. Okay. So this is the theory. So in short, I can tell you one thing. In short, I'll tell you one thing. अभी number line है ना? This is 1. So if both a and b are lying on the same side of unity, same unity means what? 1 is unity. So if they are lying on the same side of unity, then you can say कि the log a to the base value is positive. But if a and b are on either side of the unity, एक greater है एक less है, one is less, one is greater. If a and b are lying on the other side of the unity in the number line, then log a to the base b will be negative. Now you check here. What was t? T was log 3 to the base 2. And both 3 and 2 are greater than 1. I mean on the same side of the unity, greater than 1, right side of unity. So what should this value be? This value should be greater than 0. Positive hai. So obviously if this is positive, if that is t, this is t na? If t, this value is positive, then this entire expression will be positive. Because anyway this is positive, because it's a square hai, negative hai, t is negative or positive, doesn't matter. This is positive. And a positive number plus 4 is positive. And 60 is also now a positive number, because you know t is now greater than 0. तो ये पूरा positive number add करके जा रहा है, तो ये पूरा greater than 0 है. You getting my point? तो ये हो गया. So that is the case. Now you know whatever is inside is positive. So as it is, it will get returned. That's a modulus. So this whole thing will be t square plus 6t plus 4. So this whole thing will come as this t square plus 6t plus 4. I told you it will be a perfect square. I judged also it will be a perfect square. I told you the reason why. Because y is a natural number. So अभी t square plus 6t plus 4 minus t square plus 6t plus 8, ये वाला मैं लिख रहा हूँ ये plus 10 कुछ कैंसिल, सॉरी plus 10 कुछ कैंसिल होगा, हाँ, t square minus t square, 6t minus 6t, so what you get 4 minus 8 plus 10, which will give you minus 2 6. This is answer. I hope I have made myself clear. Okay, it's a very good problem, and why I chose to multiply this, that is also an important factor. वो बहुत सारे questions में ये काम तुम्हें help करेगा. So this might be a logarithm problem, But this is a basic algebra problem which can help you in many other algebra problems in JEE. So that is why I have told you this in detail. Yeah. Okay. So please make a note and we'll go to the next problem. Okay. So this is the next problem. So you can pause your screen and try it. But before that, I think I'll just explain one factor which you should be knowing. But base change theorem के हिसाब से, so if I write like this, log a to the base b, okay, log a to the base b, I can write it as log a to the base c divided by log b to the base c. And c can be any number, but it should be just greater than 0 and it cannot be equal to 1. तुम लोगों को पता है बेस तो 1 नहीं हो सकता, and it should be greater than equal to 0. So I have changed the base. So this is called base change theorem. I can change the base. Okay. Then what I do is, this whole term can I write like this? Just tell me yes or no. See this one I put it in the denominator का denominator, because anyway denominator का denominator जो term है, this will go ऊपर. So that I wrote it down. Or I can say I am dividing by log a, numerator and denominator. दोनों जगह पे मैंने log a divide कर रहा हूँ. Okay. Now 1 divided by, here I can write it log b to the base a, because I know, see from here I changed it na, log a to the base c, and the base will come as a number in the denominator. So here also a is what in the denominator, so a will come as a base here. Okay, so this is called base change theorem. So randomly you can write, like I'm just giving you an example, log 7 to the base 8, I can write it as 1 over, now the 7 which was a number will become the base, and 8 which was a base will become the number. So I can write it like this, reciprocal of it, using base change theorem. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So this was a concept which you might have studied. So I just gave you a revision. Okay. तो ये हो गया ना? See, तो that's why many of this during lockdown ना बहुत सारे schools, बहुत सारे boards ने logarithm को cancel कर दिया. तो ये problem था. तो इसलिए मैं actually मेरा जो basic maths और logarithm का जो session है पूरा, I will just upload it for free. Okay. Just for that session. Yeah. So that many of you can, it will benefit many of you. Okay. So now let us go into this question. So they are saying that this is a 2 equation and 2 variable x and y. So there will be 2 set of answers. So suppose you get 2 set of answers, then I want this. That is log x1 y1 x2 y2 to the base 30. Okay. So if you observe this, see here the base and number are interchanged. Can you see that? The base, here the base is 225, यहाँ पे number 225 हो गया, यहाँ पे number x है, यहाँ पे base हो गया. So don't you think they are reciprocal to each other? Yes. This one, same, I just told you now, explain now. तो यहाँ पे भी see, यहाँ पे भी ऐसा ही चल रहा है, reciprocal है. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ अभी? So I'm just telling, let log x to the base 225, I'll take it as capital X, and log y to the base 64, I'll take it as capital Y. So first equation I can write x plus y is equal to 4. Now what will be the second equation? Iske badle what will I write? 1 over capital X. 1 over capital X minus 1 over capital Y is equal to 1. So now you got 2 equations and 2 variables. You just have to solve it. So now solving also थोड़ा smartly solve करना है. Okay. So I'll tell you how. The first what I'll do is, now first I will just solve it as a quadratic in only x. तो y को मैं eliminate करता हूँ. तो how to eliminate y? In this equation, from this equation I can say y is equal to 4 minus x. Do you agree? Y is equal to 4 minus x. Okay, y is equal to 4 minus x. और इस इक्वेशन में डाल दो 1 by capital X minus 1 y. I will write it as 4 minus capital X is equal to 1. Now it's a quadratic equation. Solve कर लेना. तो 4 minus x divided by x into 4 minus x is equal to 1. Okay, so I'm just solving it. So 4 minus 2x is equal to x into 4 minus x. So 4 minus 2x is equal to 4x minus x square. So x square minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0. So this is one equation. Now understand one thing. I have got that equation now. Okay, I have got this equation now. Now इसका दो root जो है, what is capital X actually speaking? This one. So इसका one root will be log x1 to the base 225 and इसका other root will be log x2 to the base 225. Do you agree? Because basically इसका root क्या है? Capital X1, capital X2. But what is x actually? Capital X. Log x to the base 225. And there are two possible values. So I took it as x1 and x2. Two possible values आते हैं. And यहाँ पे भी two possible value आ रहा है. वो बोला है आ रहे हैं. आए गए. Okay. तो now see, understand when logarithm के अंदर जो multiplication चल रहा है, when inside there is multiplication, you can split it like this: log 30 into x1 x2 plus log 30 into y1 y2. This also you can do, right? Yes or no? And this again you can split it as log 30 x1 plus log 30 x2. So the sum of two logarithms will give you inside multiplication. Yes or no? So you don't have to solve for x and value, x and y value. Here I can write like this: log x1 to the base 225 plus log x2 to the base 225. Basically I am asking the sum of the two roots. And you know, in a quadratic equation, sum of the two roots are minus b by a. And here it is minus of minus 6 by 1, which is equal to 6. So the sum of the roots are 6. So ये 6 है. Okay. So here you will write log x1 x2 to the base 225 is equal to 6. Equation 1. So this is first equation. आराम से ले लो. मैंने क्या किया? मैंने ये दो इक्वेशन ले लिया. Then I eliminated y and made only x so that I can get x1 and x2. So I got a quadratic equation capital X, and then that is very simple quadratic, and quadratic roots will be this that I have explained why. And if I add these two, then अंदर प्रोडक्ट आ जाएगा. एंड मुझे वही चाहिए क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो वही चल रहा है, राइट? एंड दैट इज व्हाट -6, minus of -6 6. And similarly I want y1 y2 also. तो क्या करोगे? So similarly I will eliminate x here and get a quadratic in y and do the same stuff. Okay, so that will do. So please make a note and then I will do this. Okay, तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ अभी we are going to make okay, so this is one equation, so we'll keep it here. We got. Now यहाँ पे let us eliminate. So let us eliminate x. तो x के बदले very easy. x के बदले I can write 4 minus y. तो 4 minus y minus 1 by y is equal to 1. So इसमें quadratic ले लो. LCM y minus of 4 minus y is equal to y into 4 minus y is equal to 1. Correct? So what do you get? Y minus 4 plus y by that I'll multiply the other side. Okay, I'll cross multiply. ये पूरा I'll cross multiply here. So y into 4 minus 1. Okay. So this is 2y minus 4 is equal to 4y minus y square. So y square minus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. So now the roots of these two equations will be, see now you know, I have taken y, capital Y as log y to the base 64. So here the roots will become log y1 to the base 64 and log y2 to the base 64. Same method like now, just add it up. So sum of the two roots is log y1 to the base 64 plus log y2 to the base 64. What is the sum of the roots? Minus b by a. So minus of minus 2 is 2. Now add it up like logarithm. So log y1 y2 to the base 64 is 2. So what will be y1 y2? Okay, leave it. That we will see. So यहाँ पे this is going to be equation. Okay. So now what is equation 2? This is equation 2. So let us see equation 2. Now from logarithm you know that कि x1 x2 I want. Now यहाँ पे देख, यहाँ पे मुझे x1 x2 y1 y2 बेस 30 है, कॉमन बेस है. यहाँ पे तो बेस 64 है, यहाँ तो बेस 225 है. तो we'll not be able to solve it. तो let us take entire what is x1 x2 y1 y2. पहले वो सोचते हैं, simplify करके and make it the base as 30. That's the only way to do it. तो यहाँ पे x1 x2, here this 225 will come like this. 225 is the base and this becomes the exponent. जैसे this is converting a logarithmic equation to algebraic. So 225 raised to 6. Now this will be what? y1 y2 will be 64 raised to square. So let us take x1 x2 y1 y2 क्या आएगा? 225 raised to 6 into 64 का square. 225 is what? 15 का square. तो कर लो. And 64 is basically 2 raised to 6. तो कर लो. तो ये 15 raised to 12 and 2 raised to sorry यहाँ पे 2 है तो totally 12 आ जाता है. हाँ. Now you see the exponent is same, so you can club the base together. तो 15 into 2 raised to 12 कर सकते हैं ना, है कि नहीं? Like a raised to m and b raised to m है, तो I can write it as ab raised to m, है कि नहीं? So this is 30 raised to 12. What is x1 x2 y1 y2? This is an algebraic equation. See this one. This is an algebraic equation. So now the base is 30. So from these two equations we can directly write log 30 to the base x1 x2 y1 y2 will be directly 12. Milk answer. Okay, so this is the only thing कि you have to solve two quadratic. You should not exactly solve two quadratic. That's also a smartness. If you solve the value, get the value and substitute, useless. ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. So that is why they have asked in this fashion. Saki, you know, you don't have to solve the entire roots because you will get an irrational roots or something like that. So better don't solve it like that because it's not easily factorizable. You don't know. So it's better you do it this way. Yeah. That's why questions will be asked in such a way that you know you can make it easy, the calculation. Okay. 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 Now this is a logarithmic equation and I need to solve for this. तो यूजुअली इन मैथमेटिक्स स्पेशली जेई में बहुत बार आता है सर ऐसे. फर्स्ट यू शुड नो एन होमोजेनियस इक्वेशन. दिस इज एन होमोजेनियस इक्वेशन. दिस आई एम सेइंग इज एन होमोजेनियस इक्वेशन. व्हाई होमोजेनियस इक्वेशन इज, अबे इफ आई आस्क व्हाट इज द पावर ऑफ दिस एंटायर पावर, तो यू विल से ओनली अल्फा टर्म इज देयर. तो व्हाट इज द एंटायर पावर? 2. यहाँ पे भी ओनली बीटा टर्म इज देयर, तो 2. एंड हियर द कंबाइंड पावर, तो 1 here दोनों ऐड करके 2. तो every section you are having the combined power, total power is 2. Can you see that? तो ये we say it is a homogeneous equation because the homogeneous equation or homogeneous polynomial equation of degree 2. So whenever such a thing comes, it's better to divide it by either alpha square or beta square. It's your wish. Suppose beta can never be 0, then you divide by beta square. So what you get? Alpha square by beta square plus alpha beta by beta square plus beta square by beta square and 0. तो ये alpha by beta का whole square आएगा and here beta and beta square will cancel, so you will get alpha by beta and here 1. So now you have got what? A quadratic. You have got a quadratic in alpha by beta. So that is the intention for this. So when you see बहुत सारे अच्छे क्वेश्चन है. फिलिप्को में एक बुक है जहाँ पे लॉगरिथम में बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चन है. तो यू शुड आइडेंटिफाई कि दिस इज एन होमोजेनियस इक्वेशन एंड देन यू डिवाइड इट बाय either alpha square or beta square and you will get a quadratic in alpha by beta and then you solve it. This is the intention of this problem. समझ में आ रहा है? तो वैसे भी कर सकते हो या you can factorize it and do it also. That is also your wish. Totally your wish. Totally your wish. Okay? अभी देख यहाँ पे. So can you see this कि and one more thing I just wanted to tell. अभी देख यहाँ पे log square 4 minus x. That means it is log 4 minus x का whole square है ये. This is how we write it. Okay? We don't write like this log square. That means that square is for x minus 4. नहीं, ये गलत है. तो if a square comes like this, that means understand square is for log. That means ये पूरा log का square चल रहा है. Like अभी sin square, you might have studied sin square theta and sin theta square का difference क्या है? Sin theta square means वो स्क्वायर थीटा के लिए जा रहा है एंड यहाँ पे स्क्वायर साइन थीटा होल स्क्वायर. दिस इज साइन थीटा का होल स्क्वायर. सेम थिंग फॉर दिस, सेम थिंग फॉर दिस. ओके, सो इट्स जस्ट एन एक्सप्रेशन टर्मिनोलॉजी. So can you see if I take this as alpha? What is alpha? Just imagine if I am taking log 4 minus x as alpha, as I just told, and I am taking log x plus half as beta. Okay, so what will this be then? This will be alpha ka square. And what will this be? This will be alpha. This will be exactly beta. And this will be, whole thing will be beta square. Agree करते? तो I'll write this equation in alpha and beta का terms में. तो पहले alpha square आएगा plus alpha into beta. There is no number here, nothing. So just pure alpha, pure beta. Here minus 2 times. Minus 2 times. ये क्या है पूरा? Beta square. Here you can either divide it by beta square or you can factorize it. Okay. So you can either divide it by beta square or you can, here I am dividing it by beta square. इसमें क्या है? तो alpha by beta, as I showed you before, it becomes alpha by beta square plus alpha by beta minus 2 is equal to 0. I divided the entire equation by beta square. Okay. Now this is a quadratic equation. You can factorize. It will be more easy, or both are almost the same only. Okay. So now tell me how to factorize this. ये minus 2 है ना, तो you can split it like this. Alpha by beta whole square plus 2 times alpha by beta minus alpha by beta minus 2. ये ज़्यादा हो रहा है तो तुम इधर ही इसको ही factorize कर लो, कोई बात नहीं. Now इन दोनों में क्या common है? Alpha by beta is common. So I'll write alpha by beta plus 2. And here also I need alpha by beta plus 2. So I will take a minus common. Okay, is equal to 0. So alpha by beta plus 2 into alpha by beta minus 1 is equal to 0. You will get something like this. You can factorize it something like this. So you will get two values for alpha by beta. There. So let's go into that. Okay, I'm going to the next page. So I'll just take this. एंड ये मैंने अल्फा बीटा क्या वैल्यू दिया है वो मैं ले रहा हूँ. ताकि कोई डाउट ना आए. Okay. Now let us see. That's all. So either alpha by beta is -2 or alpha by beta is equal to 1. So first I'll do that alpha by beta is equal to 1. That is alpha is equal to beta. So what is alpha is equal to? So I'll just equate now. Log 4 minus x. The base is same. So I think it is 10. X plus half. So if the log values of the same base is same, then the number is same. Obviously. It's like taking anti-log on both sides. So 4 minus x. Don't cancel log and cancel log. ऐसा नहीं. Then I'll go on the other side. X minus x will become 2x. 4 minus half, which is 7 by 2. So 2x is equal to 7 by 2. So x is equal to 7 by 4. So this is one solution of the. Okay, this is one solution. Now alpha is equal to -2 beta. So I can write it as minus alpha is equal to 2 beta. Why am I doing it? You will understand now. Why I put the negative this side? Because when I'm doing 2, तो अभी देख minus log 4 minus x is equal to log x plus half. 2 times log x plus half ना. तो पहले ऐसे करते हैं. Now what is this? Understand, minus log of any value, let it be y. I can write it as log y raised to -1. So that is why this -1 went here. Is it? So ये जो -1 है, I can bring it as a power of y, right? And what is y raised to? So log 1 by y. So whenever there's a negative of log, you simply write log of 1, the reciprocal. Okay? This is one thing. Next thing is very, very important. Listen. Suppose there are 2 log. So you can write like this. Log x square. You can write, no problem. But when you're doing this, there is a problem. कि यहाँ पे, if I ask, यहाँ पे, अभी तो मैंने बोला कि 2 functions equal कब होता है? जब उसका domain दोनों equal होना चाहिए. When I write 2 functions, this function is equal to this function, then उसका domain equal होना चाहिए दोनों का. Okay? So यहाँ पे, if I say, what is the domain? X is only greater than 0. Meaning, you will get a non-negative numbers. And यहाँ पे, कोई भी value डाल दो. Because it's square na, so you can put negative values also. So here x belongs to real. It's not tallying. So that's why in future, whenever you write take log x square, you will always write 2 log mod x. This is the correct way of writing. Log x square is 2 log mod x. Okay, that is in future. Whenever you do problems, you can do that. But यहाँ पे when you get 2 log x, when you write log x square, are you losing values or you're getting values? You're getting more values. You're getting more values. यहाँ पे if you don't write mod x, understand, यहाँ पे there are real values, and when you go here, you will get only a greater than 0 value. यहाँ पे you're losing values. So this you cannot do. For here, you have to put a mod. But यहाँ पे, when you're doing like this, you're gaining values. Okay, that means you will get extraneous roots. बोलते हैं ना, you will get some extra values. So when you do this process, always do a double check. जो भी answer तुम्हें मिल रहा है, वापस you put it in the equation and check कि if it is not satisfying, but if at least make sure कि log का value positive चल रहा है कि नहीं. Meaning whatever is inside log, I told you in the domain, it should be greater than 0. Exactly, it should be positive. Non-negative भी नहीं है यहाँ पे. Because it cannot be equal to 0 also. तो यहाँ पे correctly positive it should be. Okay? So remember this. तो यहाँ पे वही चलने वाला है अभी. Now I told you this example, minus is there, so this will become log 1 by 4 minus x. Okay, and x cannot be equal to 4, that is a different thing. Anyway, x cannot be equal to 4, so there you don't have to worry about it. Now here this 2, if I have to make it a power, no problem. But make sure कि जो भी answer मिल रहा है ना, you will check it again वापस. That is the only thing you have to do. Okay. So now both are log of the base 10. So what will I do? I'll write 1 by 4 minus x. I'm taking anti-log on both sides. That's it. Now you'll have to solve this equation and you will get the roots for this equation. Okay. So we'll try to solve this equation there. The next page. So you multiply by 4. So you will get 4 is equal to x square, 4x square plus 4x plus 1. Right, 4 minus x. And this 4 minus x you can multiply the other side. But still you will have to solve it. रे cubic है, कुछ तो value आएगा. Okay. तो 4x square plus 4x plus 1 into x minus 4. Okay, I'll directly write this quadratic equation there, this cubic equation. Okay, directly I can solve it. Okay, so now we'll have to solve this equation. So let us solve it in this side. A new page, very new page. So 1 by 4 minus x is equal to x square plus 1 by 4 plus x. Okay, so 1 is equal to x square plus 1 by 4 plus x into 4 minus x. So 1 is equal to, here you will get 4x square plus 1 plus 4x minus x cube minus x by 4 minus x square. Now if you see 1 and 1 will cancel. So x cube, here minus x cube, you go the other side as x cube. And here 4x square minus x square is 3x square. So that will go as minus 3x square. And 4x minus this. 4 minus 1 by 4 क्या है? 15 by 4. Na? So this will be minus 15x by 4 is equal to 0. Because the constant term गया है कि नहीं? So I can just reduce the size. So x is common. So x is equal to 0 is anyway a root. X is equal to 0 is, so divide the entire equation by x. So x is equal to 0 is a root. So the remaining root is x square minus 3x minus 15 by 4 is equal to 0. So it is 4x square minus 12x minus 15 is equal to 0. ये factorizable नहीं है रे. So let us apply Sridharacharya's formula. So x is equal to this formula. I think you might be knowing, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a। ये वाला फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ क्वाड्रेटिक के रूट्स निकालने के लिए। ओके, तो व्हाट इज इट, माइनस ऑफ माइनस 12 प्लस और माइनस b स्क्वायर माइनस 4 इंटू माइनस 15 डिवाइडेड बाई 8। ओके, so understand, root 144 you can write 144 minus, this is what minus and minus will become plus, so plus 4 into 15. Now one thing I can do, 144 is what, actually speaking 144 is basically 12 into 12 है कि नहीं, and that 12 I can write 4 into 3, and this 12 also I can write 4 into 3. So I got 2 4s here already. I got already 2 4s. So 4 into 4, and the remaining I will write 3 into 3. Now what is common? 4 into 4. 4 into 4 is common. But when it goes outside the square root, you will get only 1 4. So 4. So here it will be 3 into 3 plus 15. So that will be root of 15 plus 9. That will be 4 root 24. So this will be 12 plus or minus 4 root 24 divided by 8. Now numerator and denominator, everything is a multiple of 4. Everything is a multiple of 4. So I divide by 4. So what do I get? 3 plus or minus 24 by 2 aega. Now you have two roots here. But you know root 24 is what? Root 25 is what? 5. Exactly 5. तो रूट 24 क्या है? 4.9 समथिंग तो होगा. Now 3 minus 4.9, it's going to be a negative number, and negative number divided by 2 is a negative number. And understand, what is x? Okay, it's a negative number, but is a negative number x plus half, is it going to be greater than 0, less than 0? वो देखना है हमें, है कि नहीं? So 3 minus 4.9 क्या है? By 2. उसका approximate value निकालना है. So I'll write it as minus 1.9 divided by 2, which will give us minus 0.95 something. Minus 0.9 range तो होगा ही होगा. Which one? I'm talking about the negative root. 3 minus वाला मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. 3 plus तो anyway positive है. उसका भी बात करूँगा मैं. तो you will get minus 0.95. So if I put here in this value minus 0.95 and half is what? 0.5. You will get a negative number intact. So that is why you have to neglect that negative value. Negative value को I have to neglect because of this reason. Now यहाँ पे देख very important ना, ये 25 होता तो ये 5 होता. 5 plus 3 8, and 8 by 2 you will get exactly 4. But the problem is it's not exactly 25, it's somewhere less than 25, 24 aaya. So you can say it is 4.9. So this whole value is almost less than 8. And almost less than 8 divided by 2 will give you almost less than 4. Like 3.9, 3.8 उस range में. So obviously 4 minus 3.9 is going to be a positive value. And obviously that value is positive, so uska, that you add with half, it's going to be positive. So see, I rejected one value. See, you got an extraneous root, na? So this is the only root. So how many roots you have? Now how many roots to this equation? 1, x is equal to 0, and we got one more, na? Yeah, we got this 7 by 4 is also 1. 3 roots are there. X is equal to 7 by 4, x is equal to 0, and x is equal to 3 plus root 24 by 2. And why did I neglect 3 minus root 24 by 2? I hope you understood. And why did I take 3 plus root 24 by 2? I hope that is also clear. Now 0 be 0 plus half is going to give you a positive value only, right? And 4 minus 0 is also going to give you a positive value. So it's anyway going to satisfy this equation. So don't worry about it. 0 is also the root. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर है ना? तो यही चेक करना था. क्यों चेक किया हमने? क्योंकि ये हमने जो किया है, when you do this always you have to do a check. That's why here I didn't check. I'm sure because हमने ऐसा कुछ किया ही नहीं. Getting? So there are 3 answers to this. So please take a note. So बहुत सारे homogeneous equation में क्या क्या करना है वो गया. And whenever you get something like this log x square, you will have to write it as 2 log mod x and solve this equation. But because if you write x, then you will lose values. See, you will lose values. That is a problem. यहाँ पे हम gain कर रहे हैं, तो that's okay. जो भी extra, you will just check all the roots and one of the roots may or may not satisfy. That we can adjust. But यहाँ पे if you are losing value, then what to do? तो log x square will always write as 2 log x. Otherwise they will give you somewhere and hint they will give you कि x तो positive है. हाँ, x positive है, then log x square directly 2 log x लिख सकते हैं. But actually speaking, it is log x square is what? 2 log mod x. And if x is positive, mod x is x. हो गया. समझ रहे हो? तो वो वाला क्वेश्चंस में मैं I'll do it. Don't worry in future. तो प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा तुम लोगों का. Okay. This question. Please make a note. Now यहाँ पे देख लेना, एक चीज़ है जो रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन में सीखते हैं तुम लोग लोअर क्लासेस में, एंड इवन इन बेसिक मैथ्स दे एक्सप्लेन यू दिस फैक्ट, एंड व्हेन आई एम अपलोडिंग दोस सेशंस इन योर फ्यूचर दोस थिंग्स विल बी देयर इन दैट. तो इट्स लाइक दिस, a by b if it is equal to c by d, okay, then this same ratio, see a by b is equal to c by d, तो ये दो रेशियो इक्वल है. When 2 ratios are equal, we call it they are in proportion. Okay, that's okay. Now, when these 2 ratios are equal, I can take any scalar multiple of this. We call it linear combination. अभी जो जिसने vectors किया है और 3D और vectors किया है, तो then they know what is linear combination. But anyways, I can take a linear combination of the numerator. Linear combination means any number, I'll take 5 plus any number into that c. And the same linear combination I have to take in the denominator. Same means if I have used 5 for A, I have to use 5 for B. 5 for B. And 7. I can take even 1 also. See, this 1 also I can take. No problem. Any number I can take. And not only for plus, I can do it for minus also. And I can do many things in this that you will see later. कि इसमें क्या क्या possibilities है that I'll upload and give you. Don't worry. So basic अभी इस problem के लिए ये factor important है. And you can solve it using this. You can prove this using K method. Like suppose if I take this, how to prove it? तो तुम लोग ने 10th standard में किया है ये सब. तो K method we'll say is equal to K. Say. तो A is equal to BK and C is equal to DK. Yes or no? अभी ये I want to prove this. तो 5A plus 7C and 5B plus 7C. Now 5A के बदले I will write BK and 7C, C के बदले I will write DK. So now I have written everything in terms of B and D. So यहाँ पे I will not change. Here I will not change. Sorry, यहाँ पे D है. Sorry. यहाँ पे D है. बोलना चाहिए था. YouTube में भी है तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है. हाँ, तो 7D. Now can I take K कॉमन ऊपर? हाँ, तो what you get 5B plus 7D. यहाँ पे मुझे क्या मिलता है 5B plus 7D. It will cancel out. You will get K. What is K? This 2 ratio. That's why these 2 ratios are equal to this. Minus also it will work. So that time यहाँ पे minus आएगा. That's all. And it will cancel out. You getting? Okay. Take this down as a note. You can somewhere note it. So in this question, as I have told you, I can write like this: log 45 divided by log 3x. Base I can write anything. It's my wish. Let it be your जो भी तुम्हारा lucky number 1 नहीं है वो. वही lucky number. It should not be a negative number. It should not be 0. It should not be 1. Okay, it can be anything else. तो मैंने वो बेस कर दिया, ठीक है. And is equal to ये log 40√3 divided by log 4x. So it's like this now. See, it is a by b is equal to c by d. A by b is equal to c by d. See, compare it. A by b, it's like this. A by b is equal to c by d. How can I write it like this? A minus c is equal to b minus d. The number is 1 1. Instead of 5 and 7, I used it 1 1. That's it. मैं कर सकता हूँ ना. So I wrote. So I have just taken the subtraction here. Why am I taking the subtraction? That is the most important thing. If I am taking subtraction, x will cancel out. So 3x. You'll understand now why. So you know log a minus log b. You know this. Log a minus log b क्या होता है? Log a by b. So division हो जाता है. So यहाँ पे भी ऐसे होगा. Log 45. Numerator will be like this. And denominator will be log 3x by 4x. अभी हो गया ना cancel. Now this also you can simplify. तो ये 9 के टेबल 5 ये 8 के टेबल में जाएगा. ओके and √3 and this will be 3√3. Okay, that also you can understand actually. Okay, see 9 is actually 3 into 3 divided by √3. So I multiply √3 and multiply √3, rationalize it, I'll get 9√3 by 3, which is basically 3√3. So 9 by √3 is going to be 3√3. So this whole thing will become log 3√3 by 8 divided by log 3 by 4. Okay, तो हमने अभी simplify किया. We have removed x. Now I'll make it back to the base. That is, I can write it log 3√3 by 8. The number. Okay, wait. I'll just resize it. And here I can write it log 3√3 by 8 and 3 by 4. Now if I want this as a number, कुछ number चाहिए, because they want an answer. They want an answer. That means there should be a relationship. कुछ तो रिश्ता होना चाहिए दोनों में. Now you see, this see, very carefully see. 4, the denominator is 2 का square. This is 2 का cube. Now 3√3 and 3, just think, can you make 3 as a square or something? Yes, √3 का square. अच्छा, तो √3 का cube क्या है? 3√3. So basically speaking, बोला मोमेंट है ये, बोला मोमेंट. √3 by 2 का स्क्वायर है और ये √3 by 2 का क्यूब है. This one, this whole thing. So now you know the number का जो power है that will come in the numerator, and this one denominator का जो power है it will come in the denominator. Sorry, base का जो power है it will come in the denominator. And obviously this is what? Log √3 by 2, base √3 by 2. What is it? 1. So that is not a matter to see. So that is 1. So that answer is 3 by 2. मतलब ये जो this one and this one is equal to what? 3 by 2. So basically this is equal to this is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so please take a note and then we will go to the next part of this problem. Okay, clear? तो पूरा ये 3 by 2 बन गया. तो कोई भी ले सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि you have to take this only. I can equate this or I can solve this. Still I'll get. So I'll do one thing. I'll solve this. Log 45 to the base 3x is equal to 3 by 2. तो 45 इज इक्वल टू 3x रेज टू 3/2. मुझे x क्यूब चाहिए. So I'll do one thing, I'll square the entire equation. So I will get 45 square is equal to 3x का cube. So 45 square is equal to 3 cube into x cube. Okay, very simple calculations I'm doing. So don't ask why and all. यहाँ पे directly what did I do? 3x raised to 3/2 किया is equal to 45. Now there is by 2 here, right? So I thought I'll square this equation. So when I square it, 45 square बन गया. This power 3/2 into 2 cancel, only that's why I squared it, so I'll only get a cube. Now this will be 3 cube into x cube, but I need x cube, so x cube I can write it as 45 square divided by 3 cube. Done. Now I want to find what the characteristic of this to the base 7. So I'll take log to the base 7, log to the base 7 x cube, and log to the base 7 45 square, 45 cube. So 45 into 45 into 45 into 3 into 3 into 3. ये 45 square है ना, sorry हाँ 45 square है रे. Now 3 into 15 times, this is also 15 times, and this also 5 times, I guess. So you will get 15 5s are what you get, 15 5s are 75. So log 75 to the base 7. Now what is this characteristic? So just understand for now, I have explained it in detail in these videos, so that is a later thing. But abhi dekh, log 4 to the base 2 is exactly 2. Now log 8 to the base 2 is exactly 3. But what if you get a value between 4 and 8? अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ log 7 to the base 2 क्या होगा? It will be 2 point something. So that 2 point is the characteristic. यहाँ पे it is 2.000, so 2 is the characteristic. यहाँ पे it's exactly 3.000, so 3 is the characteristic. Understood? So you just have to check. अभी ये 7 is in between, so now you have to check 2 के powers में between which 2 powers of 2 is 7 lying. So if it's lying between 2 square and 2 cube, obviously it will be 2 point something. The log value will be 2 point something, so that 2 will be your characteristic. तो यहाँ पे अब understand 7 raised to 1 is 7 and 7 square is 49 and 7 cube is 343. तो see ये जो 75 है, it's coming in between this, between 49 and 343. That means this value should be 2 point something something something. So what is the characteristic? Characteristic is 2. You getting it? Okay. Actually आज बहुत हो गया. So वो जो Olympiad problem है, I'll solve it in the next video, on one of the videos. Okay. So I'll just give you that question. So just try it as a homework, and I'll solve it in one of my video. ठीक है? The next logarithm video का selection है, that time I'll solve it. Okay. So this is the question. You can take a screenshot. This is an Olympiad problem.